13 goals in one World Cup. That record was set in 1958, and not a single player has even come close since. Not Ronaldo, not Klose, not even Mbappe. So who else actually made the Golden Boot winners list? And here's the thing, some of these names will genuinely surprise you. Let's break it down. The Golden Boot didn't officially exist until 1982, but FIFA retroactively awarded it to every top scorer going all the way back to 1930. First up, Guillermo Stabile, Argentina, 1930, 8 goals in the very first World Cup. He wasn't even supposed to start. He only got in because the first-choice striker didn't show up. 4 years later, Czechoslovakia's Oldrich Niedli took it with 5. Then came Leonis, Brazil, 1938, 7 goals. They called him the Black Diamond. The guy played barefoot as a kid in Rio, and by 1938, he was the most feared striker on earth. But here's where it gets interesting. 1954, Sándor Kocsis, Hungary, 11 goals. That's not a typo. The mighty Magyars were the best team never to win a World Cup, and Kocsis was their finisher. Headers, volleys, tap-ins, the man scored from everywhere. And then 1958 happened. Just Fontaine, France, 13 goals in 6 matches. To put that in perspective, even with the tournament expanding, with more games, with modern sports science, nobody has touched it. Almost 70 years, that record is genuinely untouchable. The 60s brought us 2 completely different types of winners. 1962, Garrincha, joint top scorer with 4 goals. But here's what makes it special. Garrincha was a winger, not a striker. Pelé got injured in the second game, and Garrincha just took over. You can't coach that. You either have it or you don't. 1966, Eusebio, 9 goals for Portugal, the Black Panther. He scored 4 goals in 1 match against North Korea. Portugal were down 3-0 after 25 minutes, and Eusebio just decided, not today. That's not luck, that's legacy. Then came Gerd Müller, West Germany, 1970, 10 goals. They called him the Bomber. Short, stocky, not flashy at all, but the man could score from positions that made no sense. He's still Germany's all-time World Cup top scorer. 1974, Zrégzos Lotto, Poland, 7 goals. 1978, Mario Kempes, Argentina, 6, including 2 in the final. Here's what makes Kempes different. He was the only foreign-based player in that Argentina squad. Everyone else played in Argentina. He played for Valencia, and he still delivered the trophy. 1982, Paolo Rossi, 6 goals. This is one of the greatest comeback stories in football. Rossi was banned for 2 years in a match-fixing scandal. His ban ended just weeks before the World Cup. He barely made the squad, and then he scored a hat-trick against Brazil, the greatest Brazil team never to win, and carried Italy to the trophy. 1986, Gary Lineker, 6 goals, the ultimate poacher. No dribbling, no flair, just right place, right time, every single time. 1990, Salvatore Schillaci, Italy, 6 goals. He was a substitute when the tournament started. By the end, he was the face of Italian 90. The wild eyes, the celebrations. Toto Schillaci was a moment, not just a striker. 1994, joint winners, Hristo Stoichkov and Oleg Salenko, 6 each. Stoichkov was Bulgaria's firecracker. Salenko, he scored 5 goals in 1 match against Cameroon, still a World Cup record for a single game. 1998, Davor Šuker, Croatia, 6. That left foot was basically a sniper rifle. Croatia's first World Cup as an independent nation, and Šuker put them on the map. 2002, Ronaldo, Brazil, 8 goals, including both goals in the final. Remember, 4 years earlier he had that mysterious seizure before the 1998 final. Everyone thought his career was over. Instead, he came back and dominated. That's the difference between great and legendary. 2006, Miroslav Klose, 5 goals, the lowest tally to ever win a Golden Boot, but Klose would go on to become the World Cup's all-time top scorer with 16 goals across 4 tournaments. Cheaper roster, bigger trophy case. Football has a sense of humor like that. 2010, Thomas Müller, 5 goals, 3 assists. 2014, James Rodriguez, 6 goals, including that volley against Uruguay. 2018, Harry Kane, 6. 2022, Kylian Mbappé, 8 goals, including a hat-trick in the final. And then 2026 happened. Mbappe did it again. 10 goals, the first player ever to win the Golden Boot at 2 consecutive World Cups. At 27 years old, he's already in the conversation for greatest World Cup performer of all time. So, here's the real question. From Stabile in 1930 to Mbappe in 2026, 23 names, 23 stories. Some were superstars, some came from nowhere, but they all have one thing in common. When the biggest stage called, they answered. Who's next in 2030? Drop your prediction below. And if you want more football stories explained like this, subscribe. New ones dropping constantly.